Okay, so I have some comments on one of my videos and I wanted to reply to them. And it's on the video that's titled Thoughts on Kyle Rittenhouse. So basically, I was just giving some thoughts on the shooting, basically saying that not so much on the guiltiness of him shooting the dudes, of that being self-defense, but more on the what do you call it? On leaving the scene of a crime, especially that kind of screams being guilty. Okay, so let me read some of the comments. Here's one comment. I searched for the law regarding fleeing a scene and it does not work how the video implied it works. There is a law against fleeing the scene of an accident, but this was not an accident. There are also other conditions where you can be charged if you flee the scene of a crime. But in it by itself, fleeing the scene of a crime is not illegal. This is for a good reason. We do not want to encourage people to stay if doing so can result in more violence. Was Kyle supposed to stay and possibly end up killing more people just so that he won't flee the scene? Why would anyone ever want even more deaths? All right, and then I replied, I'm just saying that it looked like he wanted to avoid legal consequences because as soon as he saw the first police officer, he walked right past him and didn't say a word. He wasn't like, hey, officer, man, hey, look. Man, I just saw, I shot some people, man. I shot some people. I was attacked and I had to defend myself. No, that dude just walked. Oh, I'm in the clear. Nobody's stopping me. Deuces. And then what I put, he was already, and I added, he was already away from the scene and safe. He also drove away and never bothered to call 911 when he was in his car. This tells me he wanted to dodge any legal consequences. His mom talked some sense into him and took him to the police station. All right, so I want to add more to this. Again, I got no stake in this game. Look, I'm just, I honestly don't give a damn if he got convicted or didn't. I don't know any of the victims. I don't live in that area. My life's gonna be the same no matter what. It's just my 2 cents on that. That I thought the prosecution was kind of that they should have at least got him on leaving, or that was kind of more of on the line that it signifies being guilty. And let me go into more detail on this. Hold on. So, if I was Kyle, like I said, I'm putting myself in Kyle's shoes as his age, and I just did what happened. It was me. I just shot those people. First thing in my mind, let me get the hell out of here, and I just want to go home. I don't want anybody to know about this. Maybe it'll all blow away, and because I know I'm in some deep shit. I am in some deep shit. I'm either gonna go to jail or I don't know. I'm fucked. I just killed some people. I'm fucked. What the fuck? And so first off, let me get away. Maybe I could get away with it. So I'm pretty sure that's what was in his mind. So he goes home. He passes the police officers. He gets in his ride. He goes home. When he gets home, the dude starts to panic. He's probably just like up late at, just walking around, just, no, what the fuck did I do? What the hell did I do? And his mom's probably, hey, what's wrong? What you do? What's the matter with you? And the dude probably started crying. I'm just making a scenario because this is probably how it happened. He's probably crying and his mom's probably, asking him, what did you do? What did you do? he blabbered his mouth and told her, I shot some people, blah 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 blah. And what you did? What? And they were like, she talked some sense into him eventually, and they went to the police station later on, like I think the next day. But because I'm pretty sure they probably did some research and it's like, hey man, those people died. They might have gone on the internet and looked up, what happened. Were there cameras? They're like, oh, we're gonna get fucked. You're not gonna get away with this. We're gonna go to the police station, and because the longer we wait, the worse it's gonna get. We gotta go to law enforcement and let them know what happened. Now, my thoughts is this: innocent people aren't really, typically, generally speaking, aren't trying to avoid law enforcement. If you know you're in the right, you generally would especially if you're a victim of a crime, you have no problem talking to law enforcement immediately. If you're scared, if you feel guilty, you definitely don't want to talk to law enforcement. Now, it's not always the case that innocent people are willing to talk to law enforcement, because I know a lot of innocent people that no matter what, I'm not talking to law enforcement. Now, you can talk to my attorney, which is what I recommend always do. Don't ever talk to law enforcement. Have an attorney to speak for you. But generally speaking, the public, innocent people, no issue talking to law enforcement. Now, Kyle, I don't know, like, I would like to think that, like, to me, it just screams that he felt guilty and he was trying to get away with it. Like, imagine if his mom didn't, put a third degree on him and he didn't squeal and he just didn't go to the police. What does that tell you? That dude's guilty, or he's trying to avoid the legal consequences. And that's what all I'm saying is the dude wanted to be a badass, wanted to go out there with a weapon. Hey man, there's consequences. I know this type of person. Like I said, I joined the military at a young age, and I was surrounded by people just like Kyle, who got something to prove. You want to be prove that you're a tough guy. He put himself in a situation where something might pop off, and he was probably hoping that something would pop off, so he could prove that he's a man. I've known. I used to be, most guys have been. I don't say most guys, but a lot of guys have been in that situation where you're like, man, I wish somebody would test my gangster. I'm ready. Like I got my pistol on me or whatnot. I wish somebody would test me today. I'm ready. I'm pretty sure that's what he felt like. But the thing with that is you better be ready for the consequences of it. Even if it is justified, you're gonna go to court. You're gonna have some legal issues. It's gonna cost money. That's why the older I got away from that mentality, because I got co-workers right now. I got a former co-worker, who is going to trial for murder. He killed somebody like 2 years ago over here on 33rd Street, and stabbed him and ran him over. Yeah, a classmate of mine. He was one class underneath, and he's going for self-defense, and it's cost him a lot of money. It cost him, I think, over $100,000, because from bailing out of jail, and the lawyer, and losing work, because he was in jail for over a year. So it's over $100,000 that he lost. It's a lot, not just money that he spent, but also money that he could have made. If you account money that he could have made, because he was a longshoreman and he had a pretty good number. He probably this homicide cost him probably over $250,000, and it's still not over. You can pay for the rest of your life. So that's something to think about it. When it's best to avoid putting yourself in a situation like that. This little punk that put himself in that situation. He did it on purpose. I just wanted to help people, this and that. Yeah. That was a cover. So just in case somebody putting yourself in a situation so somebody could test your manliness, and now you got to deal with your consequences of it, either legally or there's always consequences, and now for the rest of your life. And he might have to walk with an eye over his shoulder, because who knows if anybody wants to get vengeance over it. That's one thing that puts me that I think about too. Because it's if you ever throw down with somebody, even in a fight, you got a family member that might want some payback. You never know how vengeful people are. So it's best to always just avoid it. If needed, avoid putting yourself in certain situations. I also wanted to say this, Kyle. Look, I've been around criminals, and I've been around squares. I lived a well-balanced life, I guess. And criminals, how do I say this? Kyle, I'll admit, he's a square. He's not a criminal, and that's the reason he talked to his mom, because a criminal would have shot those persons, not said a word to nobody. Would have gone home, would have been cool. The reason that Kyle talked to his mom was not because of a conscience, like a clear conscience. It's just because the dude was nervous as shit. So it just goes to show me his mentality. He was nervous as hell, and that he fucked up. That he was in a shit show, And because, like I said, I've been around criminals that all they like. I know this one guy, I call him in and out because he's always in and out of jail or prison, and nonstop. All he does is rob and steal all day. That's all he does, from anywhere and everywhere. Like don't ever leave any belongings around that guy. Can't take him nowhere either, and he's really good at keeping his mouth shut and lying. Like if you were like, "Did you check that?" No, that was me, man. They're really good at lying. Kyle, on the other hand, that was his first time, being in some real shit. And when it's your first time doing something like that, all you do is talk, because you're nervous. That's why he talked to his mom. The dude was nervous. He wasn't really trying to do the right thing. He was just nervous as shit, And he panicked. He talked to his mom, and his mom was like, "We're going to the police." I know exactly what went down. That's all I'm saying is, he wanted to prove that he was a man. He went out, put himself in a situation. Shit got serious. And then when it got serious, he wanted to bounce. He wanted it out of there. He didn't want to face the legal consequences. So he was like, I'm not. He saw some police. He kept walking past them. He got in his ride, didn't call the 911. He went home. And when he's at home, he's panicking left and right. His mom's asked him probably, what's wrong with you? And then he just started talking. That's what went down. And now people want to make him look like a hero. Let me read the other comment. He didn't flee the scene. He wasn't at the scene when he talked to the police. So that's leaving the scene. He fled the scene. My own eyes saw that. So he immediately went to the police. The next day, he immediately went to the police to tell them what happened. and they pepper sprayed him. Yeah, I don't know anything about that happening. He went home and turned himself into his local police station the next day. I mean, going to the police station the next day is not immediately, all right? And then making it look like, yeah, he did it because he wanted to do the right thing. Nah, this dude he panicked. He panicked when he got home. His mama made him go to the police, you know? And he told his mama because, you know, he's like a little punk, you know? He got scared. He just started panicking. He didn't know what to do, you know? He put himself in a situation and he knew he was in a world of shit. And he probably still is, you know? He killed 2 people, you know? And he shot another one, you know? Who knows what I know of a situation here in Houston where a guy waited, I think it was 20 years. I think it was 20 years to get some payback, you know? And he shot and killed somebody. So that's why, again, that's always in the back of my head. I don't want to mess with nobody. I don't want to think of, man, I'm always have to look over my shoulder if me and somebody, if I have to throw down, you know. I'd rather just not be in that situation, you know. It's again like it's just something I always think about, you know. Like like if I know there was gonna be mass protests or something, I'm not nowhere near there. I'm not home, man. Anyways, that's all I was saying. Okay.